everyone, welcome to another episode of Dead Zone Outdoors. We got an interesting one for you today. It's our second video in a series of customization and we hope improvement videos.
And your heroes, everyday heroes, working hard just to get by.
Thanks for hanging in there. If you've been watching, we're doing a series of videos on customizing your crossbow. As I said before, as a society, we like to customize everything from our cars or trucks to our cell phones. So why not archery equipment? There's a lot of premium accessories out there that are a lot better than the factory equipment that rolled off some assembly line. Plus, if you do the work yourself, it helps you get familiar with your equipment. If you're doing it with your kids, it keeps them interested. And maybe you can have a little bit of fun at the same time. So I say, why not? So the bow that we're working on today is my son's Centerpoint Sniper 370. He's real proud of our home state. So we decided to make this one a Mountaineer Edition. So we're going to deck it out in a blue and gold, or blue and yellow. We already did a trigger upgrade on this bow. I got a video on that. I'll give a link down below where you can check that out. We're going to be installing some of this other cool stuff. We're going to start out with the 60X premium string and cable set in a blue and yellow. We've got some limb dampeners, string dampeners, and then I got dampeners for the stirrup. All those are in a blue and yellow. My son thinks that's really cool. We also refletched his bolts with blazer vanes in a blue and yellow. They turned out really good. They turned out really good. We did a video on this, and check that video out too. It's pretty cool. I'm going to be changing the string and cable on this with this archery specialty crossbow press. Thing's pretty cool. It's not super expensive. It gets the job done, and I got a review video on that one also that you can check out. We're going to be doing the 60X custom cables and strings first. They're going to be it's a definite improvement over the factory string and cable set. And like I said, we got them to make them in these custom cool colors. I've shot a compound bow for years, and I've used all kind of string and cable sets, including Winner's Choice. And I'm going to tell you that the quality on the 60X set is as good, if not better, than any that I've ever used. And like I said, it's going to be a definite improvement over the factory set. I can't wait to get these installed and see if it makes up for some of the speed that we're going to lose by adding a little bit of weight to the string. We know that we're going to adding weight to the string is going to cut speed down a little bit, but we're going to see if hopefully it makes up for that a little bit. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to get started. Like I said, we're going to use this Hunt Saber crossbow press. I think it's pretty cool. It comes in its own neoprene bag. Comes with some instructions on it, how to use it. It'll only work, shouldn't say it'll only work. It works with bows with a crank on them. They have to have at least a 16-inch axle to axle. Won't work on a recurve style crossbow. So you guys were shooting recurve crossbows are out of luck. But you don't need this so much. But anyway, this is what we're going to use. what I like to do is I'm going to take some measurements down. I'm going to write some measurements to make sure what my axle to axle is, my ATA. I'm going to mark my cam on each side, so my cam alignment, so I can mark it, make sure it stays in time. I'll just use a pencil for that, and I'll just make a mark on each side of my limb on my cams, so this way, you know, we can see where that is, and kind of go from there. So let's get started. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna make a couple marks on here. On my cams. They're timed up pretty good from the factory. I was kind of impressed. I've got a Heat 415, and I've got timing marks on the back of my on the back of my cams. This Sniper doesn't have that, so unfortunately it doesn't have that. It's a 21.5 center to center on the ATA. I'm going to loosen this up. I'm going to just put a little mark where my string's coming across here. It's actually sitting tight against my bumpers, so I'm going to put a little mark right there on that. I don't know if I'll be able to do that in this thing, probably not. You know, again, the crossbow press is supposed to be for an emergency situation, but for what I'm doing here, it like I say, it's a pretty nice job. It does a pretty nice job. All right, we got that in the sled. Make sure it's in there real nice. Make sure this is where it's supposed to be. And everything's loose right there. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and if I got enough slack, we'll go ahead and take the string and cable off here, and I'm going to let this up the rest of the way, and till the limbs are in a relaxed position, and then once I get in a relaxed position, I'm going to take the bow part off the. I'm going to take the bolt out and take this bow part off, so I can put my new string and cable in, or my new cables in the cable slide, and we'll kind of go from there. When you're doing this, something that you want to make note of is where your string and cables cross underneath the barrel. You want them to, whenever you put your new string and cable on, you want that to cross in the same place. So you want to make a mental note of it, or write it down if you want to write it down. But you want to make sure of where that is, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, I'm going to we'll go ahead and let this off, I think. All right, we got the strings and cables off. I've got them set off here, off of each cam. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and let my crank up, release the press, and see if I can go ahead and get this taken off here. Okay, I took the stirrup off because we're going to be doing some stuff with it. I went ahead and took the mount off for the quiver because we're going to be doing something with it. Backed up the bolt, got it out of here to remove the bow part here. So we're going to go ahead and slide it off, and looking good. Looks good. turn this back over so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. We'll set this down right here. Alright, we'll have a new string and cable out. 60X premium set in a blue and gold, or blue and yellow, however you want to look at it. It's blue and yellow, but we're going to say it's blue and gold. So what I'm going to do is get these set into my cable slide on this bow. I'm gonna put a little bit extra. I'm gonna put a little bit more wax on here. These are waxed up pretty good, but I'm gonna put a little bit of extra wax on them while I'm right here because it'll make it a lot more handy. Just an added because. Set that down. I'm gonna slide my. We'll slide my cable slide out. Again, I'm gonna kind of pay attention to how everything is on that cable slide, and pay attention how that is. And as I slide that back in there, I'm going to put a little bit of, I like to do it, I'll put a little bit of rail lube on my cable slide while I got it out. Just a little bit. Lube that up real nice, like that. Alright. Now I got wax all over my fingers. I'm going to have to find me a paper towel. Alright, I evened it up, got it in there. Got that in there pretty good. Go ahead and set this, our old string and cable set. We'll keep these as spares. There's nothing wrong with them. We'll just keep them as a spare. But go ahead and slide this back up on here. And before I put the string on, I'm going to put the string silencers in there. I'm going to put those in my string. Maybe I'm going to put something in there. We'll see. But anyway, we'll do that. The new cables are on. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this. Tighten the press back up. Tighten it up so we can get your. So we can get the cables back on here and the string on there, and kind of go from there. Okay, before I pulled this back, I went ahead and put my bolt in the end of the bow here. Got that bolt in, got this mounted up, got the set screw mounted to it. So it's good to go. We're going to go ahead and tighten this up a little piece and see about getting that new set of cables put on there. Alright, we'll see what we got right there. Got some string dampeners here, we're going to see about them. Alright, I got some slip jacks I put in here. Made by Bow Jax. These are string they're slip jack string silencers made by Bow Jax. I think they're kind of cool. We're going to try them, and if they work out really well, we'll keep them in there. If it looks like that they're going to slow the bow up too much, we'll take them back out. Anytime you're adding weight to the string, and they say that these are 22.5 grains, so you know, you're putting some weight up on there. So, but we'll give them a try. They look really cool, and if they quiet it down, crossbows are not quiet by no means, but if it quietens it up a little bit, we'll take it. Looks like I need to put another twist or two in it. All right, I finagled the string of cables in. Check my line, my routing, make sure that they were routed correctly. Whenever you're putting these on, you want to keep an eye on everything and make sure they're in the right tracks. It's a little tricky sometimes to get everything to stay in there the way it's supposed to. But we got it. It's in there. I'm gonna go ahead and let some pressure off here. I let a little bit off just to see, make sure everything was tightening up the way it's supposed to. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna let it up the rest of the way. We're gonna take some measurements, pull it back. I'm gonna check my cam timing. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it back to full draw and check my cam lean, make sure my the cams are, make sure they're in time and make sure they're not real far out of whack. Check my ATA and see what we got. So let's do that. We're going to let this off a little bit. There we go. That's off there. That's off there. Let's see, just see how close we are here. We got 21.5. We're about, we're not quite an eighth of an inch off as far as the ATA goes, axle to axle. Like I say, little under an eighth. I may adjust it. I'm gonna look at the cam adjustment here. I'm gonna see about where it is to where we had it marked. See what that looks like. Compared to what it was stock. Yeah, it's a little, that cam's a little twisted a little different. We'll see what this one looks like. If they're the same, I may leave it. Yeah, they're not quite the same, so I'm gonna have to do some adjusting. I'm gonna let off on this cable a little bit. That should let that spin around there and even those cams up a little bit more. And then it may also, whenever I do that, it may help with my axle to axle. Okay. I took a twist out of this side. I put a twist, or took a half a twist out on this side. I put a half a twist in on this side, and I got my cam. They're almost dead nuts. My ATA is real close. So I'm gonna leave that where it is, and I think that'll work out really well. What I am going to do now is I'm going to draw it back. I'm going to draw it back to full draw. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to draw it back to full draw and check my cam lean. See how they are. Make sure my cams are not too far out of whack as far as the lean goes. So let's do that. We'll go ahead and take this off here. They look real good. The string cable set looks real nice on there. Like I said, they're pretty high quality. All right, I'm gonna crank this back. Tell you what I may do before I crank it back. I may go ahead and put the stirrup on and put the dampeners on that. Alright, I grabbed these dampeners, and these are actually, I did a little bit of measuring, and these are Bow Jax for a cable rod. But that cable rod happens to be about the same size as the stirrup. So, and my son wanted those, so he just wanted them because they was cool looking. So, and if they work, that's even better yet. So there we go. Look at that. Pretty cool. He should get a kick out of that. Now, earlier I tightened this up and I torqued this down. What I may do, we'll see if they come loose. I didn't put any Loctite on these when I put them in, when I built the bow originally. And he shot this now for, this is his second year. They were a little loose. We're going to target practice with it this year. If it starts to come loose, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'll back these out and put some Loctite on it and put it back in. So that's personal preference. If you keep an eye on it, it's really not that bad. I always like to check my equipment. It can get to be a nuisance sometimes, so it's totally up to you. It's your preference. I'm going to let it go for right now, just for the video purpose, but I'm going to go ahead and crank these down a little bit. He'll get a kick out of this. And like I said, if we gain a little bit of performance out of it, that's great. If we lose a little bit, that's okay too, because if I can keep him interested in it, that's what it's all about. He has a good time, has a little bit of fun, and oh yeah, that looks good. If he has a little bit of fun with it, then that's great. So, all right, I'm going to draw this back to full draw, and we'll see if I can do it like this. Just like we got it there. So the thing about this is sometimes you got to get your fingers down in there where you really don't like them to be. You don't want to make a habit of putting them, but it does a great job anyway. I like it. All right, I got level here. I'm gonna level my bow up here. This cam here is real good. This cam here is leaning pretty bad. We can put arrows on it. A lot of guys like to do that. A lot of guys like to do this. That was not that bad. This one here, I can take it up a little piece. Yeah, it needs to go up just a little bit. So I'm going to, all right, I got it let off. I'm going to put this press back on it. I'm going to let one out on this side. I'm going to put one whole twist in this bottom instead of a half and half. I'm going to go ahead and put one full twist in the top, or in the bottom, I mean. Make sure that everything still looks good. It does. All right, I'll put one full twist, right side bottom. It's good to keep track of this stuff, what you're doing. Write it down as far as you know, what you're taking in and out of your string and cables, so you can kind of keep track. kind of keep track of that stuff. I'm going to take this back off. I'm going to caulk this again. Yes, it does. It looks real good. All right. Level this up. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. This cam's not bad. It doesn't look too bad, or it's looking better, I should say. I'm going to, what I'm going to go ahead and do is try one more. All right, that wasn't that bad. So what I did, I went ahead and added a half a twist and took out a half a twist, and it's pretty much dead nuts. My points, it's gonna be hard to see, I think, from here. I may try to get a picture of it, but my points are touching. Almost dead nuts. I mean, real good job. The cams are still in time at full draw. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and let this off. Double check everything once I let it off, but looks like the string cable's on. That wasn't bad at all. So we'll do that. I'm gonna let this off. I will be right back. All right. We got that done. Wasn't that bad at all. Just got one of those things to remember, and I wasn't thinking about it at the time. Taking it, if you want to take your cams faster, you can take out of your yoke string. If you want to twist them up faster or down faster, do the opposite to one string of the yoke to what you do to the other. So wasn't thinking about that for some reason. I did earlier, and then whenever I switched things around, kind of lost track of that. But anyway, it's in there. It's timed really good. I'm gonna let it shoot in. But any new string of cable, a lot of times whenever you shoot them, they will kind of settle in a little bit, and used to that. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and install a couple of these other things that we got for a hunter. We're going to do these limb dampeners. We're going to do them a little bit different. I'm not going to use half of them, two and two. Like I said, we're going to make this really cool for him. He wanted something that would stand out and make him feel that it's his own. And that's what we're doing. One and one on these in there. There's this side. Pretty easy. These things are pretty stiff. There's that one. Do one more right here. I'm hoping this don't pull a lot down from it as far as speed wise. I'm hoping the string will make up for a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see. And, we went to a lot heavier shaft anyway. A lot heavier bolt, I should say. Look at that. All right. Something else I got for him from boning is the Lynx. I bought this a while back, but it's the Lynx quiver, and I got it because, again, I got this for him just because I can change it and I can put these in blue. So the arrow holders in blue. So what we're going to do is go ahead and see about installing this, and I'll flip this over. The quiver came on it was fun, wet, shiny. I have to do something about that. It was fine. We just, like I said, I just wanted to do something for him special, something special for him as far as getting it, getting that quiver to match everything else for him. Anytime that if you can have a little bit of fun with this stuff, it helps keep people interested, keeps kids interested. Why wouldn't you do it? That's the way I look at it, you know. It's all about having fun, getting outside and enjoying the great outdoors. I mean, if you're not getting out and enjoying the great outdoors, then if you're not enjoying yourself, if you're making it work, that ain't no fun. Don't make it work. Get out, have a good time, poke a little fun, not too much, a little bit. Poke a little bit of fun, have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Don't be too serious. I know there's guys out there that are real, and that's fine. That if that's what they want to do, then, and if that makes them happy, then that's great. I work with guys that are diehards, buddy. I mean diehards, and that's great. That's what they enjoy, and that's fine. I'm a little more lighthearted about it. I like to. Don't get me wrong. If I see a big old 12 point out there, I ain't gonna pass him up. But if my son's out there and a spike walks by and he shoots it, I'll be just as happy. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Just having a good time, enjoying yourself. See if I can figure this out. I don't know, this may be too complicated for me. I may have to call back up it or something. There's one out there. Like I said, this is the Boning Lynx quiver. Only reason I got it was it had the interchangeable arrow holders. That's it. That's the only reason. The other ones was just fine. Did this just to do what I'm doing right here. Like I said, just to have a little bit of fun. Try to, if I can get that on there. There we go. Try to have a little bit of fun at it. Still enjoy yourself. Still have, still have real good stuff, as far as quality products and everything. Still try to have that stuff in there. I was hitting my. Rest. Okay. There we go. There's that right there. Look at that. You add a couple of these bolts to it. A couple of these bolts like that. That looks pretty nifty. I think he'll be tickled with it. I'll show it to him here in a little bit and see how he likes it. I'm gonna clean this mess up and I'll finish this video up. All right, there it is. Like I said, it turned out pretty good. I haven't showed it to him yet, but string cable, fantastic. This press worked out really good. All the stuff I put on, I really like. We'll see how it performs. Like I said, we'll take it down on the range and see how it works out. But looks pretty good. A couple things to remember. You always want to write down, what you do to each one, to each cam or to each string or cable. I mean, write that down, and this way, kind of keep a record of it, so you know what you're doing, and if you need to adjust again, you can go back and look at your notes and say, oh yeah, this is what I did. So makes it a little bit easier in the long run, help you out a little bit, and like I said, make it fun. Make it fun. That's what this is all about, just making it fun. And I can't wait to show it. And like I was saying, I'll leave a link below where you can pick all this stuff up at. Doesn't cost you anything, and it helps the channel out. You know, so and it could save you some time looking some of this stuff up if you got a Centerpoint Sniper. Also, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. We would really love to hear from you. And I want to thank you again for watching our videos. Watch some of our other cool videos out there. I've got some other videos out there, and we'll go into the next step on this one. And as always, thanks for watching Dead Zone Outdoors. And remember, it's up to us to pass on this great tradition. So take a kid hunting, fishing, or just get them out and enjoy the great outdoors.
And I remember all of the old ones. Some will never see again. And your heroes, everyday heroes, working hard just to get by. Yeah, your heroes, everyday heroes, trying hard just to get by.